Hi there, I'm Jodi Reinert, and this is my Stampin' Jodi YouTube channel. You have found the Great American Stampin' Show. This is a weekly video competition. There's 4 of us. We each create a project based on a certain template, and then you get to watch all 4 videos and then go back and decide the winner by giving one of the 4 a thumbs up. At the end of Sunday evening, we see who's got the most likes, and then that person is declared the winner of this particular episode. We have been doing this a while now. This one is actually episode 18, so we've been doing it a while. If you've missed any of our previous episodes or even previous seasons, you can go right here on my YouTube channel to my playlist called The Great American Stampin' Show and catch up on all of those. Actually, while you're on my channel, make sure you click subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the videos that I share. All right, all you need to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy episode 18 of The Great American Stampin' Show. All right, today is episode 18, which means we are on card template 18. So when looking at this, I see 3-ish strips across, and then there's also like a little banner piece and then the circle focal point. So that is my inspiration. I modified things just a little bit, but that's our starting point. So I want to point out a couple of the products that I'm using. First of all, the iconic Celebrations designer paper. This is a 6x6 package of paper. It's an online exclusive, so you can see it in my online store. But there are a lot of different patterns, and even though this isn't the stamp set that it was designed to coordinate with, I find that this one is a great one to use with it. It's called Throughout the Year. It's been around for a little bit, so you might have this one already. If not, you can certainly order it. But it's got Easter, Happy Holidays, Birthday, You Mean So Much, Best of Luck, Valentine, Trick or Treat, Cheers to You, Thank You. It's got greetings for throughout the year. Lots of versatile greetings. I'm going to use the happiest of birthdays on the card that I'm making. And then, like I said, I just wanted to point out the different iconic celebrations that are in this designer paper. So you could do Valentine's, you could do a Christmas or winter card here, a fall or Thanksgiving card here, and then another Christmas option here. Of course, all of our designer paper, let's do this kind of neatly, is double-sided, so you've got lots of other choices as well. So I am making a birthday card today, and I'm doing this one in honor of my mom. So my mom passed away 25 years ago. Last month, it was 25 years. She was only 43 years old when she passed away. So it's, it's been a long time. I was 27 years old. It's been a long time. But her favorite color back in the 80s and 90s was mauve. So I am using Moody Mauve, and I am making a birthday card because her birthday is next week. So this one is in honor of my mom, and it's to show you template number 18 with the iconic Celebrations designer paper. So what I decided to do is cut a piece that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 and have this be the card base. But this isn't the part that's going to open. This smaller piece of Very Vanilla is what will actually open. So I'm going to start with this and kind of build things on here. Now I cut a couple pieces of the designer paper from Iconic Celebrations, and I'm going to put those on the top and bottom of this card. So I'll go ahead and attach them just using my Stampin' Seal adhesive. I want this to be right across the top and then right across the bottom. So in that template, there were like some really small lines between the layers. And so I'm going to duplicate that idea by putting just a little bit of space in here. So just the littlest bit. You'll see the vanilla come through here and here. All right, so this is what I've got so far. I think I'll go ahead and just attach this to that Moody Mauve background here. And it's just nice how it pulls it all together then. Okay, so now I want to work on what will be more of the focal point. I have this little strip, and I think you can see that texture almost on there. This is a brand new package of brushed gold and silver. I think you can see it pretty well. I think that's showing it pretty well. So instead of a smooth foil paper, it's a brushed foil paper. So it's got a little bit of texture. And this is just a tiny thin little piece, and I'm going to notch one end. I've shown you my trick before. Just go up in the center and then from each corner. And this I'll go ahead and attach pretty much right across the center of the stars designer paper. We'll set that here. And then another piece of the iconic celebrations is the birthday candles. Now it's a full sheet of birthday candles, and I just cut the small piece that I need. And so I can set that on here, except when I looked at it, I thought it was too much. I wanted it to be just a little bit smaller. And so instead of using the candles as is, I'm going to pull in my trimmer, and I'm just going to cut off a little bit of the candles. So maybe about that much. So what I'm leaving is about 3/4 of an inch. I think that'll work. And then it just leaves me with more space up here at the top. And I like the look of that a lot better. When it was all there before I cut it, it was way up there. So I'll just go ahead and add this. You can see this is a super quick and creative card. There's a lot of designer paper. There's the brushed silver, but I'm not doing any punching, embossing, anything like that. This is a card that you can do if you've got some designer paper at home and some solid cardstock that coordinates. You can do something just like this. And if you're like me, you've got some designer paper at home. That's one of my favorite things, is Stampin' Up! Designer paper. All right, this is some Moody Mauve ink that just got on my fingers, so I guess I'll rub it off over here on the scrap paper and hope I don't make a bigger mess. Gosh, I don't do that too often. All right, this is just a small piece of Very Vanilla, and I will ink up Happiest of Birthdays and stamp it right on there. And then I want to attach this to my card. Now keep in mind, let me pull, actually I'm going to shut this because apparently I am making a little bit of a mess today, but I want to pull in the template one more time. They're on page 22. So you can see there's just that little line there. That's why I left the line of vanilla. And this has the focal point of a circle. I just cut that rectangle to do my greeting. It fit the piece that I wanted to use, but it's definitely the focal point. It's definitely what's drawing your eye in. Now, before I attach that, there's something I want to do. This is In Color Jute Trim, and this is last year's In Colors, which Moody Mauve is one of them. And so I'm just gonna pull, I'll say that much, and cut that. And what I want to do is just a little bit behind here before I attach this. But when I look at this, and I'm not sure how much you can tell, but it's kind of thick. It's way thicker than twine. In fact, it's like several pieces of twine twisted together. So what I'm going to do is just kind of untwist it. So I'll take one of these pieces and just kind of work through untwisting the jute and pulling it apart. Let's see if it'll keep going. There we go. So this I can set aside to use on another project. I'm just going to focus on this piece for the project I'm doing now. I kind of like how it's a little bit kinky there. All right, I'm going to take some adhesive and just put it under here. That will get covered up. And I'm just going to set this down into it. Loop it around a little bit, have it loop down here a little bit. It almost looks like a bow, doesn't it? Huh. All right, let's see. I think I might want to pull this way a little so I can see that. Okay, then I'll attach this with Stampin' Dimensionals. So I'll just put a few on here. And then that'll raise it up and just draw your eye in just a little bit more. So everything is kind of pointing to that middle. So we've got the foil, the brushed foil paper, the birthday candle designer paper, the jute that's on there. I'm just gonna scoot it down a little bit more. And then we'll just add this down here. I'll trim just a tiny bit off of this end. And so you can see that focal point just draws you in. The card opens like this. The very last thing I want to do, just to give it a little something special, is use some Wink of Stella. And I'm going to color over not only the flame, but actually the entire candle. So I'll just do that quick and go up on the flame. And then that'll give it just that little bit of fun sparkle. And again, it's just drawing your eye to that part of the card even more. And I like to I let it dry just a little bit, and then I'll go over it again and add even more. Just so it sparkles and shimmers even a little more. All right, let's pull that in. Can you see it? I think you can. All right, so there's a couple of fun elements on here with the brushed foil and the Wink of Stella, and of course that jute that's pulled apart. So some fun little tips there. I'd love to hear if you've done that before, if you've kind of pulled apart a ribbon or a twine or jute or something to make it kind of work better for your project. So this is what I've got for you today, just a quick and creative card with the iconic Celebrations paper throughout the year stamp. All right, be sure to watch the 3 other videos this week and give that thumbs up vote to the one that you like the best. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.